Wine world, cellar time, excellent. Woo, 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 woo. Hi, I'm Rich.
And I'm Seth.
Welcome to week 4 of Wine World Happy Hour at Cantiga Wineworks. I want to say happy Easter to everybody out there.
And a happy Passover to everyone as well. We're starting a series called Ask the Winemakers, where you can email us any questions or topics that you want discussed by us. Please email us at info@cantigawine.com.
So one of the questions we get asked often in the tasting room is about our architecture of the building. So people ask, was this an old church? Well, for that answer, let's go outside and take a look. So the simple answer to that question is no. We actually purchased this property as bare land, and when it was time to build the winery, we decided to model it after the Gothic architecture, and so we loosely tied in the idea of the Gothic church look for the building.
And that ties in with our label and our winery name, of course. Our label was actually created from a medieval woodblock print. We wanted to go for the look of an illuminated manuscript. The name Cantiga is actually a medieval Spanish song form. So it all kind of ties together. We're going for a medieval thing here. Shall we look at some of the specific architectural elements and see how they tie into the Gothic style?
So as you can see on the top of the roof line, this feature where the roof and the outside wall come together, this is called a parapet. So we actually have no overhang on the gable end of the wall. You can see this architecture style on old churches. Big cities have them, older cities. A lot of Catholic churches have that. And the only thing we're missing really is a couple of gargoyles on each end spouting out some wine.
Over here you see our arched windows. Those narrow windows with the pointed arch are known as Gothic arched windows. We also have a big arch above the door. And if you look up toward the top of the gable, you see a round window. That is where the Gothic churches would have a stained glass window called a Gothic rose.
Now, aside from aesthetics, I think the most important reason for going with the construction design and style that we did is we were looking at going temperature control for stability of our wine, and so that took precedence over anything else. So when we were trying to think of building materials to build the building, that was the number one. What we ended up choosing was a block called Anvik block, which is part of the ICF construction. And ICF stands for insulated concrete form. So this is all recycled materials. We have 2.5 inches of styrofoam, and it's a 6-inch wall that has room for a rebar on it, and these stack together with these little peg holes like Lego blocks, and you just build up the wall, support it, and fill it with solid concrete. So not only do we have the insulation of the inside and outside styrofoam, but we also have a solid heat mass of 6 inches of concrete, and this is on the entire wall, including the parapets all the way to the top. The weakest link of the thermal stability of our building is in our roof or the ceiling, and we can show you that, but we had to do a spray foam blow-in insulation, which is really the best insulation value that you can get rather than a batt insulation, which is the fiberglass typical of house construction. So we can take you inside and show you why we did it, but it really does come down to thermal stability for the style of wine that we do.
A couple of points before we go in though. We did a white metal roofing, which is actually reflective. We looked at a whole bunch of different colors of roofing to see which got the hottest in the sun, and the white was really the best. On top of that, we recently installed solar panels, so that gives some additional protection as well. Look how thick this wall is.
Ooh, extreme close-up! Ah! So we're showing the Anvik Wall here. Obviously, we're not trying to go as a show winery here. This is a production facility, so we're really more about the temperature stability, temperature control of the winery. Because of this construction process with the solid 6-inch concrete wall heat mass and the insulation, we can hold 55 degrees in this winery all year round, whether it's 100 degrees outside or below freezing. So The temperature stability is very important for our winemaking style. Because we do non-malolactic, the best way to control that is to keep the wine at the proper temperature of 55 all the time. That's from the end of fermentation when it becomes wine until it's in the bottle and released to the consumer.
We have some great construction pictures from years ago when we built this facility. For your viewing pleasure, here is a short montage.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's mousing time. So we're coming up about a month away from our next wine club shipment. One of the wines we already know that's going to be in it is going to be a 16 Barbera. A lot of people have been waiting for our Barbera for a long time. We haven't had one for many years. So we're really excited about this. But for mousing time, I think we should try something a little bit older. Seth, what do you think?
I agree. I think we should try probably our 06 Barbera.
Yeah, go back 10 years prior to the current release that's going to be out next month, which will be the 16 Barbera. So
Perfect. I'll go grab
we
it.
know where this one is.
Oh yeah, I love the 06 Barbera. 2006 Barbera.
That's a goodie.
Should we go taste it?
Yeah,
yes.
let's do it.
So Seth's going to open the 06 Barbera. A little bit about Barbera. This particular one came from a vineyard in Amador County, which is where we get most of our Barbera, but we've been doing various vineyards over the years. This is one of the first one we did.
This is the second vintage of
Second
Barbera,
vintage
isn't
of the
it?
first vineyard that we did in Amador. So most people, well not most probably don't remember the 01. The 01 Barbera, amazing wine, but this is our 06, same vineyard, also amazing. And Barbera is a northern Italian grape, so this is our pizza wine. This is something that we would put with Kalamata olives, tomatoes, pastas. Amazing, amazing food wine because of its acidity. And so of course we do this without malolactic, no new oak on it, so you're really gonna taste the berry. Oh, and that berry is like a red fruit pomegranate.
It's got a brightness to it. Very bright up front, but then also has that age on the back end. So with the acidity up front, you get very beautiful floral components, and then as it finishes on the back end, you get this very nice raisin quality from the age from it. It's just absolutely beautiful on the palate.
It is surprisingly youthful though.
For an 06.
Yeah. Yeah, this would still hold up really, really well to food. So try a little Italian cooking at home.
Well,
This is a surefire pairing.
Well, like Richard mentioned, the pizza, and with the Kalamata olives, the feta, prosciutto, you can make your own pizzas at home, and that's a home run with this.
Absolutely. Wow. Maybe we'll have this one for dinner.
Maybe pizza.
Well, homemade pizza.
So don't forget to email us your questions, things you want to learn more about, info@cantigawine.com. We're here for you if you need any wine, just let us know. We're still shipping and offering curbside pickup. Wishing everybody the best, and we'll see you next week on Wine World.
Cheers.